Right now, things between the US and Canada aren't exactly neighborly. The once friendly vibe has hit a cold patch. In early 2025, the US slapped a 25% tariff on all Canadian imports. That's like an extra tax making goods from Canada more expensive overnight. The official reason: Washington says Canada isn't doing enough to stop undocumented crossings and fentanyl coming in through the northern border. But here's the twist. Last year, only 43 pounds of fentanyl came from Canada, while over 21,000 pounds came through Mexico. That's quite the difference. The move also took aim at a trade deal, the very same deal the US president himself signed years ago. And that stings for Canada. Now, Canada's leaders are pushing back, warning the US that these tariffs could hit everything from lumber and oil to cars and tourism. And that's where this gets really interesting, because both countries depend heavily on each other's goods, jobs, and travel. So, how do we make sense of this neighborly feud? Well, let's leave the human world for a moment, and step into the monkey world. Once upon a time, the maple monkeys from the cold northern trees and the big Uncle Banana tribe from the sunny southern groves were like family. They traded bananas for coconuts, wood for vines, even shared the river paths without a single fight. The markets were lively, and both sides grew rich from this peaceful jungle friendship. But recently, the wind in the jungle has changed, and not in a good way. Uncle Banana suddenly slapped a giant 25% banana tax on almost everything the maple monkeys send over. And to make matters worse, he even joked about taking away some of their precious coconut trees as payment. But what Uncle Banana didn't know was that the maple monkeys had their own clever plan waiting in the shadows. It was early in the jungle year 2025 when Uncle Banana dropped the big announcement. A 25% tax would be slapped on nearly every single good that crossed into his territory from the maple monkeys' land. He told the jungle reporters this was to punish them for not stopping sneaky vine crossers, monkeys who slipped past the borders without permission, and also for letting poison berries be smuggled in, which could harm his tribe's banana crops. But when the numbers were carved into the banana leaves, the truth was laughable. Only 43 vine crossers came from the maple monkeys last year, while over 21,000 came from the southern jungles. So, was this really about borders and berries, or something bigger hiding behind the banana leaves? Now, to be fair, Uncle Banana said a few goods would be spared from the tax, but only for a short time. The exception would expire after April 2nd, and from that day on, almost everything would get hit. Even so, a few special items, like the maple monkeys' rare energy bananas and their magic soil, would face a lighter 10% tax. In the jungle gossip trees, the parrot squawked loudly, "Wait a minute! Uncle Banana doesn't even give the maple monkeys free fruit." In fact, when you peel back the numbers, it's Uncle Banana who buys far more from the maple monkeys than he sells back. The trade balance shows he's short by a massive 63.3 billion coconuts, and that's a lot of coconuts to make up for. So maybe, just maybe, this banana tax wasn't about fairness at all. The maple monkeys didn't swing around crying, they got straight to work on their counterplan. If Uncle Banana wants to play jungle chess, their chief said, we'll play smarter. Within days, they announced a 25% tax of their own on bananas and vines coming from the south. But here's the twist. They aimed their tax at luxury jungle goods, things Uncle Banana's tribe loved and couldn't easily replace. This meant rare golden bananas, tropical hardwood vines, and even some jungle spices were suddenly a lot more expensive. It wasn't just about money, it was about sending a message: we can bite back too. And just like that, the first signs of a full-blown banana trade war were in the air. At first, both tribes thought this was just bluffing, a few taxes here, some loud jungle speeches there. But soon, traders started feeling the real pain. Banana shipments slowed down, vine prices doubled, and jungle spices started vanishing from the markets. Jungle families complained they couldn't afford basic goods, while merchants watched their sales drop like coconuts in a storm. Even the riverboats, once packed with trade, now floated half empty. Parrots in the gossip trees were calling it the Great Banana Freeze. But deep down, the chiefs knew, this was no freeze, this was just the beginning. While the jungle public argued about berries and borders, the old wise monkeys saw a deeper story. They whispered that Uncle Banana wasn't just angry about a few vine crossers, he was worried about losing his banana throne. The maple monkeys had been building new trade bridges with other jungles far away, cutting Uncle Banana out of the deals. They were selling energy bananas to the eastern jungle tigers, trading coconuts with the desert apes, and even swapping vines with the mountain gorillas. Every new deal meant less power for Uncle Banana in the jungle economy. So this tax wasn't just about fruit, It was about keeping control. And in the jungle, control is worth more than any pile of coconuts. Now the jungle waits, holding its breath, wondering who will blink first. Will Uncle Banana lower his tax and call for peace? Or will the maple monkeys tighten their grip and look for new allies? The problem with banana wars is, no one wins for long. Traders lose money, families lose fruit, and trust between tribes takes years to grow back. But if history has taught the jungle anything, it's that every storm eventually passes. The only question is, when the clouds clear, will the banana grove still be the same? Or will we be looking at a brand new jungle map where power has shifted forever? If this video made you smile, nod, or even scratch your head, smash that like, share it with your monkey squad, and don't forget to subscribe. Got another topic in mind? I'm all ears. Drop it in the comments below.